Hello, this is Corey the Keyblade Wielder, and we are back for another commentary. Disney heroes versus villains. And let's get this started. First fight, Jafar versus King Triton. Jafar goes into the sea and asks Ursula for an alliance with Maleficent. To join her side. Ursula agrees, but only one condition. Get rid of King Triton and give her the Triton. Pretty cool. Yeah, I think he breathes underwater because he is a sorcerer, and it makes sense. And I like the Little Mermaid movie. I like both of the stories. It is different from the book, even though the Little Mermaid in the book died, but I still like both of them. Plus, Ariel is one of my favorite Disney princesses. Whoa! I guess King Triton is only second rate to Jafar. And Jafar wins, and now all of Atlantica will belong to Ursula. Next fight, Gaston versus Bambi. In the description, Gaston is at the pub, the bar, talking with McLeach and wants an alliance of hunters, which gives Gaston a flashback of his first kill. I actually thought he had his first kill since he was training when he was young, I thought. What? Okay, actually I like the idea that in the movie, we never saw man. In Bambi, we never saw man. We can feel his essence. We only hear his gunshots. We only see his dogs and his camp. But we never see his appearance. Well, in here, we get to see that Gaston was man, who's been terrorizing the forest, and is the one that killed Bambi's mom. Hold on. Yep. And Gaston wins, even though it's a flashback. Turns out it was Gaston all along. Curse you, Gaston! Curse you for breaking all of our childhood hearts! And next fight, Robin Hood versus the Queen of Hearts. In the description, the Queen of Hearts arrives to Nottingham. How did she get from Wonderland to Nottingham? Whatever. Everything in Wonderland don't make sense. Wants to forge an alliance with Prince John. And then Robin Hood and Little John show up in disguise. Robin Hood is the blind man, and Little John is the Duke of Chuckney, or however it's pronounced. It seems like the Queen of Hearts is fooled by that, like Prince John is. Well, if you read the story of Robin Hood, you probably know how he's good at disguises. And it seems like the guards are chasing Maid Marian. What did Maid Marian do to make the Queen of Hearts angry? Oh, it was a trap! It's a trap! Guess the Queen of Hearts ain't as stupid as we thought. And that gets Prince John happy. We finally come to Robin Hood! And Little John gives a one punch! On the guard, that is. Oh boy. Now it's time to run away! And Lady Cluck to the rescue. She'd make a good football player or a wrestler. And Robin Hood wins. Next fight, Quasimodo versus Lady Tremaine. In description, Frollo is off doing business when he lets Lady Tremaine and her daughters take care of Quasimodo. And even though I said in many wars that Frollo is a very devout Catholic, well, if you watch The Hunchback of Notre Dame, he did kill the gypsies. But he didn't realize that one of them was holding a baby, and he thought it was a monster. But the Archdeacon stops him from drowning. One thing I love that in The Hunchback of Notre Dame is that it doesn't show all religion is evil. No! They show that not all religion people are evil. There are some that are just taking things too far. The Archdeacon doesn't support Frollo. He's against it. Like, if you've seen the movie or hear the song, he said, "Speak of the innocent blood you have spilled on the steps of Notre Dame. You may lie to yourself and your minions." Yeah, like that. Like, he knows Frollo is not doing goodness in the Lord. And when Frollo was raising Quasimodo in the bell tower, Quasimodo is a lot different than with Frollo. Quasimodo is a good-hearted soul, more of acceptance, more of understanding and love. Well, he does want to go outside, but he's been told by many times by Frollo that the world is cruel, which, okay, you gotta admit, the world is pretty cruel. But Quasi did learn that not all gypsies are bad. And he learns that the only thing dark and cruel is Frollo. And that is true. You should say that Quasimodo is more devoted than Frollo. Quasimodo is one of my favorite Disney heroes of all time. And it seems like Lady Tremaine and her daughters are mocking him. A bunch of jerks. Makes you hate them more, don't it? Oh, poor Quasi. I just can't imagine what they said that makes him hurt. And that really ticks him off. Oh boy. Yep. Okay, I love how you edited like their jump like yikes! Even though it's in their pajamas, but it looks like Lady Tremaine gets to lock Quasimodo in the tower. He might find a way to get out, because Lady Tremaine wins. Next fight, Scar versus Mowgli. In description, Scar wants to rule all of the jungle. I'm like, dang, he wants to take over the entire Africa, don't he? He's going power crazy. And Shere Khan shows up and wants to forge an alliance with Scar and ask him to take out Mowgli. Huh. He does it so many times, and yet he wants someone to help him kill him. When I was a kid, I loved the Jungle Book when I was a kid. My favorite song, more than Bare Necessities, was I Want to Be Like You. You know, like that. I keep dancing to that song many times as a kid. But after learning from the actual book itself, I find the movie okay-ish. That's like years later. The songs and characters are mostly okay, but I mostly like Shere Khan from the movie. Well, because I mostly like the gentleman villains. Oh, sorry, rambling, and Mowgli wins. Okay, next fight. Mim versus Aladdin. In the description, now that Jafar is ruling Agrabah, thanks for the help from Hades, he tasked the Madman Mim to go and catch Princess Jasmine. Oh boy, still needs a... Oh, okay, I love the editing that you had Genie turn around and was like, huh? And then Madame Mim was like, boo! And the character was like, whoa! Whoa! Madame Mim would all zim zabbing bim to summon the sand glass on to get trapped Jasmine in there. Yeesh! Now she's a snake. I like the editing there. It's like she did capture Aladdin. Yeah, even though genies can't kill, you'd be surprised where you live through that. That's the vibes from Madame Mim. That's a good example of that. And she flees, and Aladdin, you should have just smashed the glass. I guess Madame Mim wins. Now she brought Jasmine to Jafar. Oh boy. Next fight. Queen Grimhilda versus the Beast. Even though I mostly love Hunchback of Notre Dame, Beauty and the Beast is my favorite film also. I just can't pick which is my favorite. I just love them both. Description, Queen Grimhilda wants to capture all of the princesses, and the magic mirror locates one that's in the Beast's castle. Oh, are we doing the whole Pure Hearts of Light and like Kingdom Hearts, where there's more than 7? That'd be interesting. Oh boy. And what I guess is that she learned from the magic mirror about the Beast's backstory. Because, you know, it's a magic mirror and stuff. Now she uses magic to cast an illusion to see the past for the Beast. And yeah, one thing I hate about the Disney straight-to-DVD sequels is that it doesn't look like the one that was pictured in the stained glass. I mean, okay, the prince didn't look like that in the stained glass also, but still. Oh, poor beast. Now the Queen Grimhilda gets to capture Belle. Oh, nice editing. And Queen Grimhilda wins. Oh. Next fight. Hercules versus Pete. Description, Hades sends out Pete to take on one of his nemesis. That is Hercules. Hercules is my favorite film also, and he's also my favorite hero. The battle between two strongest people. Well, even though he's fat, of course. I mean, Pete is. Love the editing. Ooh! But what Pete doesn't expect is that Hercules gets a helping hand. It's like, ooh. Okay, I love the editing. Aladdin's such a rapscallion, isn't he? He depants Pete. Just like he did with one of the guards. You know, back when he was being a street rat. And Hercules and Aladdin wins. And Hercules thanks Aladdin and they're both teaming up. Cool. And now for the epilogue. Maleficent gathers all of her forces. Actually, the epilogue theme in there is the world collapse, and I really love that theme. I still love Mine Heist, though. But Maleficent sends Diablo the Raven to see where all of the other heroes are hiding. At the same time, Tinkerbell goes to Neverland and get all the lost boys to save Peter Pan. You might need help from bigger people also. Hope they're tough enough to take on Frollo's guards. And the judge himself. Same time, Beast is still feeling sympathy. Yeah, Forte, if you've seen Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas, you know how it goes. Same time, after the Ringmaster's failure, Judge Claude Frollo recruits Stromboli, J. Worthington Foulfellow, and Gideon, and the coachman to own the circus. Maybe Frollo doesn't know that the coachman does. If you saw Pinocchio, you know what he does, the little boys. Probably the girls also. Imagine Frollo's reaction, what the coachman really does. Then he'll probably arrest him, I'm just saying. Because of the witchcraft. And at the same time, Basil of Baker Street recruits all of the mice that were antagonized by Ratkin, called the League of Extraordinary Gentlemice. I like that title. Kind of like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, but with mice. And it does make you think, how many mice are there in Disney? What, are mice Walt Disney's favorite animals or something? Huh. Same time, Maleficent is announcing her return and announcing that she and her forces are off to attack. Oh boy. But at the same time, all of the heroes are being prepared to face off against evil forces that are coming to them. Epic. So yeah, that was the Disney Heroes vs. Villains Round 2. Epic. This was Corey the Keyblade Wielder. May heart be your guiding key. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe.